Hey, it's Matt from HowToMotorcycleRepair.com. In today's video I have this '07 Honda CRF250 and the master cylinder is not working properly. Basically, this can also be thought as a spongy brake, but there's a difference. Basically, see how I'm putting constant pressure on the lever, and this is just going straight to the grip. So a spongy pedal or lever, it would be really loose like this, but at one point it would get pretty hard. In this case, I'm putting constant pressure on it, and it's just going to the grip no matter what I do, no matter how hard I pump it up. So basically there's an internal leak in the seals here, the fluid's being bypassed, and it's not holding the pressure that's required to get a solid feel here. Alright, so what I got is a rag or a big blanket here, so I don't, in case I spill any fluid, I don't get it all over the place. I'm using a JIS bit. Let's see, it's made by Vessel. Basically it's a Japanese Phillips. Fits in these screws a lot better. I always see these screws stripped, and they're definitely JIS, so I bought a set and they work mint. So as you can see, some fluid's already leaking out all over my blanket. Looks like this has been filled to the brim. Yeah. So put this aside. Alright, I got my drain pan and a turkey baster. Just suck out as much fluid as you can. And you can just put this back on for now. So I don't lose parts, I'm going to put this over on the workbench in a minute here. Alright, let's loosen the brake line here, which is a 12 mil. Just completely take that off, and there should be a crush washer on each side. Alright, so take the hose and try to shake it. And then what I like to do is just shake out any fluid. I'll wrap this around here. I'll take a zip tie, just temporarily zip tie it in place so it doesn't flop all over the place and I won't lose my rag. So that'll stay there. Then take an 8 mil and loosen the and remove the 8mm bolts here. Screw them in hand tight so you don't lose it. Alright, then you can take your blanket off. Make sure there's no fluid anywhere. And I'll meet you at the bench for rebuilding this guy. Alright, so I probably should have taken this off while I was on the bike, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and peel away this rubber boot here. Talking about this, I probably should have taken that off. That's alright. Take some 10 mil 10 mil wrenches. Let's get this all apart. Alright, just pull that all out. You can see it's just a little piston rod here. So just put that aside. Screw all your hardware together so you don't lose it. Take the spring out. Alright, so that's what we're doing. We're taking all this stuff out of here. Go ahead and spray it. Get all that junk out of there. It's all this dirt. You don't want to introduce any garbage in there. So there's a circlip in here. Let's see, hopefully I have the have one that'll reach that. If not, you can. If you don't have circlip removers, you can always take a nail and sharpen it, and then just dig it out that way, and use the side of the casting here to pry it loose. And these look like they're a little too big for the holes in the circlips here, but let me see if I can get it. Yeah. I really need to get a few more of these. Damn it. Alright, plan B. Let's see if I can find a nail. Alright, so I'll probably go pick up some more of these for sure, but let me try using a drywall screw. And you just put it in the circlip hole. Yeah, I know this is totally hack, but hey, it's Sunday. I don't feel like going out and getting anything, so. Alright, so my circle pliers are too big here. I got these goofy pliers. I'm going to give it a shot. See if I can get it to work. And I'm going to put safety glasses on because I don't feel like having my eye poked out. So I don't think these are going to work, but it's worth a shot. Alright, so I dug it out. Definitely I'm going to get the right tools for this job, but shit, oh well. Alright, so there's a washer on here. Nice rusty washer. And this is the seal right here that is giving us all the trouble. So let's take this apart, get it cleaned up. Parts won't be in for a few days. I just ordered them last night. So at least we can get it apart. Get all the brake fluid off of here. Well, it's a good idea to replace those crush washers, but you can get away with reusing them. Alright, let me get a little compressed air. The new kit comes with a new piston, both seals, I believe the spring, so I don't see any damage, but there's a little freaking mark right here. I don't see why that would be right there. That can't be good, so maybe that's what it was. And the groove is pretty dirty here, so I'm going to use a pick. Just give it a scratch here. Some dirt in here and stuff. Just clean that groove off real nice. Make sure that circlip will seat nice. Alright, that's it. Put a rag over it, set it aside, just wait for the parts to come in. So I'll see you back here in a few days. Alright, so the seals came in. Here they are, here are the new ones. Came with a new spring, new retaining ring and washer. And it came with a piston too, but you know, I'm not gonna use it. This one's fine. It's just that right there you can see that something happened to the seal, and it's almost, there's a gouge in it. So that's basically what's happening. So I will tell you that these are a pain to get off. It seems like you're gonna stretch the heck out of them, and it seems like they would tear, but they don't. So let's see if I can get this one off easily. So just kind of work it around. I mean, I don't care if I damage this. Okay, so make sure you note the orientation of these. So the U shape to the lip faces okay, I have some brake fluid here in a cap. Just use that for lubrication. And I haven't really found a good way to do this, so it just takes a little bit of patience to find out what works for you. I really don't like stretching it with tools here, but looks like we might have to. So I'm just going to try and pinch it and pull it over the ridge here. There we go. I just worked it around with the screwdriver. So you probably didn't see how that happened. I don't think I saw it either. But in any case, it's on. Alright, next, let's do this seal. Dip the new one in brake fluid for lubrication. Alright, so get the screwdriver under there, pry it this way, just kind of turn it around, just like that. That wasn't so bad. Alright, clip the spring on. Put more lubrication on the seals here. Alright, and then just pop it in the assembly here. The new washer down. And I didn't run and get new E-clip pliers. Or should have, but so I'm using my crappy, I don't even know what these things are, to tell you the truth. Probably be better if I did this in a vise, but let's see how this goes. Definitely not the right tools for the job, but it'll work. Just make sure it's fully seated in the groove. That's it. So you can't see it, but there's just a small gouge right there, and I guess that's where the fluid was bypassing. Alright, so let's reassemble the rest of it. Little spring goes in here, which mates in this hole here. and you want to drop the pin in. Make sure it works nice, make sure the boot is seated. Everything looks good. Put your nut on. Alright, so I'm going to leave the cover and the rubber off for now because we have to fill it with fluid and bleed it, so let's get it on the bike. Alright, so make sure one crush washer is on either side of the banjo bolt here. Bugs climbing all over me. Alright, now you should replace these crush washers, however, I didn't buy any. I wasn't going to wait for them, and sometimes I get lucky and they can be reused and nothing happens. So here we go. Put this on here. Just put it on hand tight for now. Alright, remove the part of the perch here. Now, on the perch, there's a little arrow and it says up, so make sure you do that. Try to get it level with your clutch lever. Okay, make sure that's nice and tight. Crank down your 12mm bolt for the brake line. And there's a little tang there that it'll rust up against, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so I'm just using a .4 fluid. Fill it halfway up. Let's go down by the wheel, I'll show you what I have set up. Alright, so down here I have an 8mm on the bleeder screw. I have a 3/16 ID hose hooked up to a vacuum pump. Now this hose is about 3 feet long or so. Now normally there would be a can at this end. However, the can, there's an O-ring there, it's broken, it leaks, so it doesn't work. So I'm just going to watch to make sure I don't suck in brake fluid into the vacuum pump. So same theory, just I'll have to empty the hose or whatever. So whenever the master is dry, usually I have to use the vacuum pump method. I can't bleed it by hand because it just won't pull the fluid, push the fluid. So all I'm going to do is bring it up to vacuum. Now my gauge here is kind of fogged up, but just keep some vacuum on it. Open it up, and you can see it's starting to pull fluid. Alright, so my hose is completely full. Not full, but you know, it's starting to... Alright, I'm going to go up and check my reservoir and see if it needs filling. Yeah, I gotta get a new can. This is ridiculous. Alright. Crack the bleeder. Alright, so after I vacuum bleed the system, I like to go ahead and check what type of fluid comes out here just by doing it manually. So right now the bleeder's closed. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the lever and hold pressure. I'm going to crack open the bleeder, and before the lever reaches the grip, while it's still in motion, I'm going to lock this down. And I just want to note what kind of fluid comes out here. Hopefully it's, you know, basically you're looking for air bubbles. So I'll repeat the process until I see no air bubbles and the handle or the lever feels nice and firm. Okay, so right now I'm squeezing the lever. I'm going to crack this open. And I'm going to lock it down before it reaches the grip. Alright, so right there, I mean, you see some small air bubbles, but you know, it's because this is probably not a great seal. In any case, I tried this numerous times. There's a great lever feel, and I just continually repeated this process until I saw 0 air bubbles, and you know, I got a nice feel on the lever. So that's pretty much it. A couple tips is never close the bleeder after you release the handle. Basically, that will, when you release the lever, it will want to suck back in any air. So that's definitely something you want to avoid. So just remember, if you have pressure on the lever, you can open this, and before you reach the grip, you close it. That's always worked for me. So that's pretty much it. Now after you're done here, I just want to make sure everything's tight. And then I usually blow everything out with air. I ran out of brake clean. I got some brake clean. So you just want to clean everything up. You don't want to get any brake fluid on anything. And that's how you rebuild your front master and bleed your brakes. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm Matt from HowToMotorcycleRepair.com. Make sure to check out my other videos. Go to my site, HowToMotorcycleRepair.com. I'm going to have a video on completely rebuilding this engine on this CRF250. Crank, rod, piston, rings. So definitely check that out. It's going to be a lengthy video. I'm still editing it, but in any case, for those of you that have one of these, it may happen to you. Hopefully not, but make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.